Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rukar Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. I got an update basically on the video I had did a few days ago about the dollar index. And it's at a low point right now. So, matter of fact, let me pull this up right quick. So right now, it's like I said in the previous video, if you watched it, it dipped below 90. And this is the first time I've seen it dip below 90, since I've been following it for the past, year and a half, 2 years almost. And if you, take a look at the past 3 years, it's never been this low. And it's on a steady decline from you look at the end of last year to Slovakia. Yeah, but beginning of last year to this year, it's a total decline. You was looking at 103, and we all the way down to 89. Okay. So, this thing is getting close, man. We trending in the right direction. Looks like yesterday it closed at 88.44. That was the 52-week low. That was the fiscal year low. Okay, so we are trending in the right direction, man. Babylon is falling. That's what we coming upon, man. Okay, we're looking at this dollar being crashed, and we know the consequences and repercussions that comes with the dollar crashing. With that, you're gonna have civil unrest, okay, which could bring martial law, which could also spark the race riots, and which ultimately is gonna lead to the RFID chip. So, man, everything's coming right down the pike. So I just want to get a couple of these articles that I've been checking out because it says America. This is from Benzinga.com, and it's from yesterday. It says American buying power degraded, dollar slammed by Trump administration. It says the U.S. dollar dropped sharply Thursday after Secretary of the Treasury Stephen Mnuchin said the United States wanted a weaker currency. Who wants a fucking weaker currency? That's a fucking bald-faced lie just to save face. But, it's about to go in, so I'm going to let him talk. I'm going to let him hoop for a second. It says the dollar had already fallen sharply since President Trump took office. Yeah, it's been going down the whole fucking time. Like I just said, on the other... Because Trump been in office a little bit more than a year. Let's look at the year that Trump has had. That's how you making America great again? This is how you make America great again. The dollar has been falling. It's been just falling since Trump's been in office. But he gonna make America great again. It says, while a weaker dollar inflates asset prices, which is likely the reason for the comment, it hurts lower and middle income Americans as buying power degrades and the inflation jumps higher. That's right, man. The 99 is who that affects, not the 1%, but the 99% of the people who aren't invested in big business and getting kickbacks and things of that nature. It says anyone who has not invested heavily in the stock market is seeing their real buying power drop, with oil prices surging and other prices jumping in response. That's right, man. I went and got some gas with a friend the other day. We were over in Iowa, and normally Iowa has cheaper gas than Omaha. And I know I live right by a gas station. I believe it was $2.49, like right here by my house. It was $2.45 over there. So we thought it was cool. But then, a different part in Iowa, it was down to 236. So, we were like, dang, we should have waited. We should have held out to go there. And then when we got back over here to Omaha, there was a gas station it was 233. I actually went to them this morning, but everything else around here is still 249. So I don't know how they still got 233 as price and cheap ass gas. But you got to do what you got to do. But every penny counts in this society, man. It says, in fact, it can be argued that there's a bubble in the stock market because of the weaker dollar. The bottom line is, we should be careful of this uber weak dollar policy. There will be repercussions in the future for all Americans. That's right. There's going to be consequences and repercussions for this low ass dollar. That's right. They thinking they're getting a little boost in the stock market. Oh, the dollar goes down. The stocks go up, which is going to lead me to my next article, which is, because the stocks are going up, because the dollar is low. The dollar is weak. And with the dollar being weak, that means something's going to have to get strong, which is gold. Gold is heading towards a 4-year high. And this is from January 24th of 2018. It says, munching greenback comments add fuel to the fire. Bullion hits 17-month high after slumping U.S. currency. Said gold could hit levels last seen in 2013 if the dollar sends its slide and equity markets reverse. Bullion at $1,400 an ounce is achievable in the next 2 months, Stephen Inns, head of trading for Asia Pacific at brokerage Oanda Corp, said in an interview Thursday. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index plunged to its lowest since 2014 after the Treasury Executive Stephen Mnuchin endorsed the currency's drop at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Who does that? That sounds planned out to me. That sounds like it's a controlled spiral. It's a controlled fall. They're trying to crash the dollar. It makes sense. When you got to bring in a new currency, when you're trying to speed things up, you fearmonger, and that's what they're doing. It says while the global equity markets have repeatedly hit all-time highs in recent months, gold is on the march, rising to as much as $1,366.15 an ounce on Thursday. Its best mark since August 16th. It's like August of 2016. So for over a year and a half, ain't been that high. It says the metal for immediate delivery climbed 0.2% to 1361.12 an ounce at 11:58 a.m. in New York, while the index of the dollar dropped by 0.5%. And 0.5% is a big drop. That's a drop. It may not seem like a lot to y'all, but we dealing in like it's like football, man. It's a game of inches. And I've been saying, what I'm saying, from everything the experts said to all my research, if that dollar goes below 90, we're in trouble. And this is what's happening. Gold's rising. People are saying, basically it's making it harder for the everyday person to get along. Gas is going higher. Okay, food's higher. Your everyday items, they're going to be higher. Why? Because the dollar's not as strong as it used to be. You're not getting more chips in that bag that you used to buy. Your dollar just ain't worth as much. It says we see a host of ongoing financial markets driving up the gold market tight. Australia and New Zealand banking group lieutenant analysts, including Daniel Hines, said in a report Thursday, further weakness in the dollar and rising risk of a correction in equity markets in particular should be supportive. So they want to try to Well, hold on. Let me jump down here. It says in Davos, Munchin said a weaker dollar is good for U.S. trade, while Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said the U.S. would fight harder to protect its exporters with the dollar prone and defenseless. These comments added fuel to the fire, said Singapore-based ends. So basically, man, this you can't say that your dollar is weak. That a weaker dollar is good. That just makes no sense. Ain't nothing is good. You name me one thing in nature that's better, weaker than stronger. You can't. There's nothing. You know, if I'm making a trade, an even exchange with an individual, say I'm selling a good, and I'm selling some herbs and spices. I'm selling some cayenne pepper. Okay, I got a pound of cayenne pepper, and he wants to give me some silk. Okay, I need some new sheets for my bed. I want some silk. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with his silk, but you know I got some dross ass cayenne pepper. You know I had to splice it with something, or you know just to try to pump it up to make it seem a little bit better. He's gonna look at it like, man, this ain't worth as much. You gotta give me more, or you know, I don't want to do the deal. Why? Because it's not pure. It's dross. Okay, it's not worth it. Ain't nothing better weaker than it is stronger. So with that being said, you know, Aparatiza, I'll put the links in the description so y'all can check these out by yourselves. But yeah, man, this shit's coming to a head, man. You know, call all your Habashim Yashai Bashim Rakal Kadash, man. You know, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring the truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.